What's up? What's up? I'm not going to stay on here for too long because I want to go over to Pier 31. But um, I was told to come on just in case Fox News or any of the other affiliates that was out for the, the drag story time event that was at the Beverly Public Library. I was interviewed, but as you know, we're against stuff that's not 18-year-old and up appropriate, like drag time, drag story time at Public Library on Tuesday at 10 a.m. for children ages 0 to 5. Um, we got a problem. And the problem is we're dealing with a lot of people who have forgotten about what the word moderation is, what moderate is, and has decided to push this progressive agenda. And it's not progressively making any sense to anyone that is honestly someone that has like common sense. It goes back to $100,000. Back in the day, back when I was young, I'm 39. When I was young, people was inspired to make six figures. Low six figures was middle class. We have no middle class. $60,000, $100,000 now, $150,000, almost $200,000. I still see people living paycheck to paycheck because they're trying to maintain the necessities. The necessity right now at our age is a house, is a family. You want us to settle down. You want us to have children. You want us to continue to teach our children what we've learned from our parents, especially if we had really good parents, especially if we had parents who did graduate from college, parents who did deal with the struggle. Let the struggle be slavery. Let the struggle be Holocaust. Let the struggle be the Pearl Harbor. The struggle be Civil War. The struggle be your family coming from a different country, fleeing from what's happening over there and coming over here for land opportunities and assimilating into the American culture. That's what moderate is and moderation was. And we have lost all of that. And it's being diluted into the schools. It's being diluted into the schools because we have no respect for our elders. Our elders should be the ones that are doing story time at 10 a.m. At Beverly Public Library. You know how many seniors who are retired have retired from teaching, have retired from policing, have retired from any public service job that gets a pension from the city. These are their times to give back. Or the ones who were entrepreneurs or did not work for the government but collect some type of pension or do not collect enough Social Security, so they do need like a part-time job to help them sustain maybe little things like their food, or if they do want to do any type of extra activity or vacation, like you know how seniors like going to the casino, like seniors like going on the cruise. Those people are looking for jobs. I know seniors right now that in their early 70s, late 70s, 80s, great mind, great ideas still, college graduates who would love to do things like story time at Beverly. But no, it has to be story time at Beverly. But because it's Pride Month, it has to be a drag queen to read the stories to her. And my thing is 0 to 5. It's crazy. And y'all know that's crazy, but it's big business. It's not about respecting adults. It's not respecting the parent, not respecting the community. Not you guys didn't even have a community event about what was going on over there. And also, a lot of these people are paid protesters. One of the girls over there today, trans. I see this trans person at least 2 to 3 protesters a month. She has a full. They have a full schedule. Palestine's. They will pop. They have police brutality. Anything with Frank Chapman. Um, what else do they have? They have Team Takeover. Also, I've seen the same person get on the mic downtown and talk that rhetoric on that mic. So this is a game, and I want to break this down to you because I'm not part of any of this bullshit. However, I am who I am. My name is Zoe Lee, and I am a lesbian. But I don't lead with that. I don't discuss that. That's not nothing that I should have to discuss or have to explain unless it's between me and the person who I'm dating. But we have commercialized everything. We have made people that if a person does not agree, there's plenty of people. My mother doesn't agree with my sexual orientation. My mother loves me as a child. My mother loves me as a person. There's people that my friends may not rock with it, but they love me as a person. They love me as a friend. And that's all that matters. When you start bringing in other things as far as people's sexual orientation, the Bible, politics, government, into things like curriculum, children, when it comes to public settings with people's tax dollars, like a library, indoctrination, things like that. It's time for people to discuss those things. But you as parents have to come out. Like today, me and Danielle was out there, and there was a few other people out there after, we went inside. But these your children. Like, I don't got no children. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that it's Pride Month, and I know that they've taken this Pride thing to a whole nother level. Pride was never like how it is now, but it's commercialized. You got all types of sponsors. And you got people out here protesting Target because of the whole DEI. We should be flooding Target right now because do you know how many of these banks, these corporations sponsor Pride events that that happens to be 18 and over? And my thing is, if you want to walk around the way you want to walk around freely and stuff like that, cool, but not in no parade. And it's going to continue to happen because none of y'all push back. None of y'all boycott the things that y'all need to boycott. Like how they're making this big thing about Target, the DEI thing. You've got pastors, Al Sharpton, that's a sellout. Jesse Jackson, a sellout. Jamal Bryant, a sellout. A lot of other ones are sellouts that are telling you to protest Target and Tesla and anything, but they don't tell you to protest BMO Bank. They don't tell you to protest the Andrew Mellon, W. Mellon Foundation, the Terra Foundation for American Art, Allstate Insurance Company, Paul M. Angel Family Foundation, CMN Group Foundation, Getty Foundation, Polk Brothers Foundation, Amazon. Well, I tell you to do Amazon. Y'all should do Amazon. Bank of America, the Brinson Foundation, Comcast, NBC Universal, the Crown family, um, the Exelon Corporation, Helen M. Harris Foundation, Hunter Family Foundation, John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation, Norfolk Southern Corporation, People Gas and North Shore Gas Community Fund. So, meaning like with stuff like this, because we do have need gas and stuff, you need to write these people and say that you do not appreciate your money going to public libraries um, that fund drag queen stories for drag story time for children that are 0 to 5 years old. Wintrust, Susan and Robert A. Winslow. Wintrust, nobody should be going to not one event over at Wintrust since they're okay with their money going to this stuff. We have Susan and Robert A. Winslow, Zell Family Foundation, the Bloom Family Charitable Foundation, Marcy and Greg Carlin, Jane and David Casper, Clayco, Renee and Lester Crown, Susan Crown, William Kunkler, Caroline Eleanor Damon Family Foundation, Free for All Chicago at the Chicago Community Trust, Lloyd A. Fry Foundation, GCM Grosvenor, Leslie S. Hinman Fund at the Chicago Community Foundation, Holen Family Foundation, that's HOELLEN, Jarvis Foundation, Kemper Educational and Charitable Fund, the Library of America, Susie Desai and Roger Liu, the Desai and Liu Fund, Jody Black and Barry Malkin, Susan Yoon and Luki Moley, Jane S. Pork. Oh, the Pritzker Foundation, Patrick Dree and Shirley Ryan Foundation. The Pritzker Foundation makes sure to give between $20,000 and $39,999 to the public library. Patrick G. and Shirley W. Ryan Foundation, that's where they be having to have the kids be having a little bit of sex changes without really going through all of the necessary steps like the psychiatry and making sure that this is really what you want and stuff like that. But they're doing it while our children's brains and teens' brains are not fully developed because it's big money in this. S&C Electric Company, Bet Surf Hill and Bruce Sagan, Pamela Shaw, Dr. Shaw Foundation, Sulzer Family Foundation, United Airlines. We should be breaking United Airlines. We should not be flying on no United Airlines planes. Is Elizabeth I. Crown and Bill Wallace, Sandra Michael Wilson, Alina Elvis Antigua, Wendy A. Berger, the Boeing Company, the Helen Bratch Foundation, Anonymous Donor Advisor. I think for the Boeing Company, I think the only people that's not Boeing is like Spirit and I think Frontier. So we might have to take our talents over there until they figure out that they're funding pedophilia things when it comes to our children. The Helen Bratch Foundation, Anonymous Donor Advised Fund, the Chicago Community Trust, Cubs Charities Community Fund, and McCormick Foundation Fund. We need to speak to the Cubs. Spark Sermon and Paul Distra, Jennifer Freeds and Stephen Say Florisum. For Good Advisory, Leonard C. Goodman, Lords and Edward Gruca, Carrie and Adam Hechtman, Caroline Julius and Marcy Himmelston Foundation, Pamela and Steve Hendry, Interpublic Group, ITW, Jones Day, KPMG LLP, Esther K. Choi and Berhard Craig, Patty and Bob Lane, Virginia B. and Frederick W., Bonnie Fong and Robert S. Levin, Kate and Brian Logan, Jacqueline Gristone and Kevin Motsky, McKinsey and Company Incorporated, Amanda Morris, Trisha and Brian Mowbray, Music Performance Trust Fund, Margaret Bashowski and Bill Nygren, the Pick family, in loving memory of Sue and Tom Pick. I don't think they're very happy to know that Their in loving memory is going to drag story time for toddlers and people who are just barely born. PNC Bank, Melissa and Almar Podar, Shelley and Burton X Rosenberg, Mariana Ruiz, Priya and Nicole, you know that last name, Sada St. Paul and Minnesota Foundation, Allison Suzukamo, Taft, Stenius and Hollister LLP, Tawani Foundation, Alexander C. Thomas, Alexander C. Templeton, Cheryl T. Thomas, Wade Thomas, Urban Libraries Council, Weber Shandwick, Terrence, Lee Diamond, and Paul Wozniacki. Then we have Owen Alexander, Kathleen Imboge, Judith Bernstein, Holly Johnson Carr, and Tom Carr, Clarity Partners LLC, Michelle L. Collins, Diana Marie, and Wayne Mark Diamond in honor of Terry of Diamond, Marshall and James Field Family Fund, Elizabeth Gradinger, Ben Grinspan, Isaac Grinspan, Jennifer Steens, and Jim Kassenhaus, Katz and Stefani LLC, Archtaner Kumar, Lador Vador, Generation to Generation Fund at the Chicago Community Foundation, Carol Lawrence Levy, McDonald's Corporation, Patrick Mihail, Miss Avani Narang, and Dr. Nikhil Hill Narang, Aaron B. Bodendofer, and Michael Newport, Poetry Foundation. Oh, the Pritzker Traubert Family Foundation, Penny Pritzker and Brian Traubert, Lyndon Johnson Rice, Aaron Arnold and Peter Russett, Sarah Family Trust, the Siegel Family Foundation, Emily Thies, University of Washington, and then anonymous. A lot of y'all should have been anonymous. Heather and John Alger, American Library Association, Emily and Robert Anderson, Lydia and Gus Backer Family Foundation, Susan and Stephen Baird, Baird Foundation, Baird Foundation, Scrudy Bailakarashan, Leslie and William G. Barker III, Julie and Roger Bask, Rick Bayless, Mary Jane Beasley, Lars Bergstrom, Sean and Andy Block, Margaret and Philip D. Block Jr. Family Fund, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois, Cass Book, Brole Foundation, Joan and William Burdesky, Heather Kelly and Kevin Brown, Brenda and V. Buey, Morgan Carr, CBOE Global Markets, Sandy Rett and Robert Shevitz, Cirque Esteem, Geoff Clayton, Janet and John Conley, Nora and Sean Conroe, Cooley LLP, Diane Davison, and Megan Davis, Robert Desender, Monica, Monique, and Thomas Demiri. But yeah, so these people are all on the Chicago Public Library Foundation. And Abbott, Ally Financial. I mean, I'm just saying, that's where it starts. And then, of course, this month is the Pride Parade. The Pride Parade, their sponsors. Are CBOE and CBOE. CBOE is the world's go-to an exchange network delivering cutting-edge trading, clearing, and investment solutions to people around the world. We provide trading solutions and products in multiple asset classes, including equities, FX, and digital assets across North America, Europe, and Asia. So they're one of their big donors for the Pride Parade that's coming up. Then you have Fetch. Fetch is let's see what Fetch is. I've never heard of Fetch, but it's basically extra rewards on hundreds of brands. The stuff you love just got more rewarding. And they do have stuff like that, like on there, like Target, Good Rewards, Doritos. Every purchase earns you points, but you'll score extra on 500 plus brands in the app. So, Fetch, you guys should not be downloading that. You've got the Hard Rock Casino in Northern Indiana, Metra, Nordstrom, Smirnoff, Ulta, Wintrust, Chicago, Choose Chicago, Go Pride, Grab, Howard Brown Health, Paterno Group, Robin Shorts, Special Events Management, and Digital Art Design. So those are the sponsors for the Pride Parade that's coming up. I don't even know what's coming. I don't go to this shit. Sunday, June 29th at 11 a.m. So, also when it comes to the Chicago Public Library events for Pride, and my thing is I don't have no issue with the events being at the Chicago Library for Pride. Like at the end of the day, Pride is a thing. It's going to be a thing. I'm very proud of who I am. It's a time and a place to do it. And when it comes to children that cannot speak or make up, their own mind, barely a teenager can do it. So when I don't even know what happened to this. So when a person when a teenager barely can make up their own mind, it's certain things like this one, right? Now this one is May 21st, 6 p.m. at Virtual. Now this is Chicago Public Library. Well, they already had that. So for Pride, for June 26th, they have a youth-led sexual health and HIV workshop. In honor of Pride Month, join Lurie's Children's Hospital for a peer-guided, inclusive sexual health and HIV workshop for LGBTQ plus teens. Now, I do agree with this. However, the teens are from the ages of 13 to 18. This does need to happen because our kids are at that time sexually curious, and it is a lot of diseases coming out here, and a lot of kids are not going to to get checkups, and they're not doing all those things. But it's Thursday, June 26th, from 1:30 to 3. And it is for the ages of 13 to 18. And they do a sex health and HIV workshop for teens. That is something that I approve of and needs to happen, because we do need, at the end of the day, kids are going to have sex. That's just what it is. It is what it is. But it's a way that how you do it. Rainbow Grab and Go kits. Head to one of the participating branches to get a grab and grow craft to celebrate Pride while supplies last. So you can celebrate Rainbow Fidget keychain in celebration of Pride. This grab and go kit will be available at the teen services, suitable for ages 13 to 19. Okay. Keychains. You're making keychains. Okay. You have rainbow friendship bracelets, hair wash and library set. Um, the gender affirming haircuts and gender euphorian clothing swap. Start off the summer with a fresh haircut and clothes that make you feel like you. So you go get your haircut June 8th at 2 p.m. I just want to know who paying for these. Is this somebody donating their time? Are we paying for this? Because that's another thing too. Because we can do a lot of this stuff in our communities, but are we paying for the haircuts, or and we're okay with it or not? But it says the event is full. It's from 2 to 4. It says hair plays a big part in the way we present ourselves for the world. Whether you're looking for someone in the middle, whether you're looking for a masculine look, feminine look, or somewhere in the middle, our partner hairstyles can help you achieve that look. But they don't tell you who are the partnered hairstylists. I don't trust the city of Chicago at all. So it's like you gotta really see who's involved to know if this shit is a scam or not. And of course, it's full. Now, if you're really about that life, like you're really about, especially when you know it's a lot of people that do get the shit into the stick of being gay. Some of them getting kicked out of high school, getting kicked out of school. I mean, getting kicked out. Well, getting kicked out of school, gets kicked out their house, not having a proper life skills to really, figure out life on your own because your family has kicked you out because of your sexual orientation. So things like gender affirming haircuts, I think is a good idea. But why is the event full? That event should stay open the whole time. There should be nobody should have an issue getting a haircut during the month of Pride, especially with our tax dollar. So stuff like that, you want to know, you want to read up on the whole thing, because it should be equal. Just like it should be full. It should be open the whole time. A person need to get their hair cut, whatever they could be. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I gotta make it make sense. Drag story time. So the first one was today at 10:30 at the Beverly. It says, join Miss Isabel and a special guest drag performer for a fun-filled story time. We'll share songs, rhymes, and books, plus suggestions for at-home activities. What is the suggestions for at-home activities? For kids 0 to 5 and their caregivers. How to attend. Register to receive an email reminder. Chicago Public Library cannot collect personal information online from kids 0 to 13. A parent or guardian's email must be used to register as a reminder. School email addresses may block external email such. Babies 0 to 8 months suitable. Now it says program pride, and it says suitable for babies 0 to 18 months, preschoolers 3 to 5 years, and toddlers 18 to 36 months. Now I'm just saying, what? Like that doesn't even. What is they getting out of it? So that's the first one. That was the day that we protested. Then they have one at July. Hold on. The next one is July 9th. Shout out to Nate. Happy birthday. It's happy early birthday. Anyway, that is Drag Story Time, June 9th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. in Edgewater. Join us where we share songs, rhymes, finger plays, books, movement, and music with guest drag performer for kids ages 2 to 5 and their caregivers. So that's next Monday, and between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. Then you have June 25th. Now this drag time, this one is a real special one, y'all. Hora del Cuente de Drag. Drag Story Time. It's closed too. Join the Lozano branch and a special guest, Irregular Girl, for bilingual. Bilingual. Drag Story Time. We'll share songs and rhymes and books in both English and Spanish. Irregular Girl from kids 0 to 5. Irregular Girl is a Chicago drag artist. She grew up in Chicago among the stacks at her local CPL. Lost in a book, she has been performing in drag for almost a decade and have been doing drag story hours for kids since 2021. When y'all still was in Chicago was still y'all was still in prison, right? For the lockdown, for the COVID. That's when they start coming in with this drag shit. But this one's bilingual. You're going to give it to you English and Spanish. Okay. And then you got July 5th, another one. Back of the Yards. All right. Join the Back of the Yards and special guest Paloma Fox for bilingual drag story time. We'll share songs, rhymes, and books in both English and Spanish for kids 0 to 5 and their caregivers. This one not even in English. They giving it to us all Spanish. A Capana el Circuso, Back of the Yards, hay una invita especial, Paloma Fox, para una oro 200, bilingual, comparatamos, casinos, rimos, libros, el inglés e español, per niños de o 5 años, y sus. So yeah, so you get 2 bilinguals, right? Then you have the coloring page, our Pride Month coloring sheet for Chicago. Our Ariel Bonella can send you. She gave you a Pride thing, whatever. So that is for Pride. I think with the Pride situation, when it comes to drag story time, it doesn't make any sense. And also, I saw today, I only saw 2 children. Out of all that noise that they made, all that the paid protesters, because they paid protesters. I told you. But only 2 people came in. Then they tried to block out, like, we walked in there, whatever. We didn't go into where the event was, the private event. But they had like the gay trans gangs, like they were putting their thing up to like they was about to do like some, like they were literally doing a human chain. Like I'm trying to tell you, they working hard for their $100 to $50 an hour. I need y'all to understand. A lot of these people is getting paid. Okay, let me see if I can get this one girl because I really cannot. Him. I really cannot stand this person. Every time I see this person, I know this person is full of shit. And then I seen this person today. And that's when I've realized that this nigga, this nigga, and when I say nigga, this is a noun for everybody. But this trans person, this is their life. They're making big money off of trying to create this weird narrative like gay people, like it's like you're gonna keep it like y'all are gonna force. I don't know what they forcing, but it none of it makes any sense. But I want to show a little bit of our life. We went, now bear with me because I'm just getting this stuff, learning this stuff. But I need y'all to understand what we're against, and that's why I need y'all to start coming out. y'all got to start coming out. And the reason why y'all got to start coming out is because we have to show these people um, hold on, hold on. We have to show these people that they got like they corny. Like y'all's corny. Um, y'all been corny. And y'all gonna stop with the bullshit. So I'm gonna put this on. All right. So make sure I'm doing this right. You know, bear with me. I'm trying to figure this out. All right.
You fuck kids.
Now, excuse my
Fucking
language.
sickos. Fucking sickos. Fucking paid the strip. Paid the strip. Or not for pedophiles. You
This
fuck
right
kids.
here.
You like fucking kids. You normalizing fucking kids. Oh, you get paid. This a paid distractor.
Yeah.
Usually
Now
this
this
person is
one
with
right here.
Fred Chapman. He usually be with Palestine
Now
and
this
all
one
that. So
right
yeah,
here.
he
This
paid.
person is like
This a trans
everyone.
paid protester right here. Trade pass. This a trade pass. How much y'all get paid for this? How much y'all paid to indoctrinate our kids? You fuck kids. You like fucking
Yeah.
kids. You normalizing fucking kids. Oh, you get
Yeah.
paid.
This right here.
This
This
a
is a
paid
paid
distractor.
protester right here.
Usually this person is with Fred Chapman. He usually be with Palestine and all that. So yeah, he paid. This a trans paid protester right here. Trade pass. This a trade pass.
Yeah. So that person right here. This person, you will find this person, if you look this person up, you go look at all the Dexter Reed things. This person supported Dexter Reed, shooting at the police first. This person is out there for the Palestine. This person out here for the teen takeover. And now it's Pride Month. This person probably make about $40,000 to $50,000 in Pride Month to go out here to do this. He's probably going to be at the other drag ones or anything that's opposition to the LGBTQ during Pride Month. They have commercialized Pride Month, and that's the problem. Okay, and I know it and I see it, but y'all gonna have to come outside. Y'all gonna have to come outside. Like this person right here, I know for sure. Like this person right here, you can go find all the Dexter Reed shit when they were trying to do the whole. See, they thought the Dexter Reed was going to be like the George Floyd and the Breonna Taylor, the Trayvon Martin, and Sean Bell, but see, it didn't go quite quick like that because man was already out on a gun charge, and then he's gonna shoot at the police first. Now, regardless of how many times they shot at him, he shot at the police first. Regardless if y'all can sit here and say that, well, it was a faulty traffic stop. Yeah, and he didn't have to shoot at him either. He could have got off on that gun case. He could have got what's her name? TikTok Sierra. Okay. He said if he shouldn't have got if it was a faulty they shouldn't have pulled him over, right? A lot of people say, well, now they shouldn't have pulled him over. Okay, they shouldn't have pulled him over. Back, right? But he shot at them first, right? He shot at them first, and also anybody in a right mind probably would have lit the clip too. I mean, that's just low. Like nigga, these people are. Like, yeah, like we gotta call a spade for a spade. So I'm just telling you that's what it is. But this person is a paid provocateur. This person is a lot of them. It's a lot of the same people that I'm starting to see. This person also gets paid with Frank Chapman, and Frank Chapman is part of Let's find Frank Chapman for you, because I want y'all to understand who these people are. I want y'all to understand who these people are, and why they're so detrimental to the city. This nigga right here, okay? This old ass coon. This nigga. Hold on. This nigga. What was that? The Rainbow Push? It's a Rainbow Push, nigga. Yeah, it's Rainbow Push. Okay. Yeah. This is a con artist. Okay. This nigga is just as bad. Trying to get this picture of this nigga. Make sure I'm doing this right. I don't know how, but this nigga right here, Frank Chapman, is messed up, man. I mean, let me see if I can get him be able I can share this screen, because I need y'all to understand. See, I've been down here. Like I said, I'm fighting my mom's. I wanted to settle my mom's case, but while I'm down here waiting for them to figure out what day that they're going to settle it, but you know. They, gonna do whatever they want to do. So this Frank Chat. Now I got gotta find a video of George Blakemore cursing this old ass nigga. Now, they both the same age. But George Blakemore cursed his ass out, and it needed to be. Like this out, it needs to be. He is a piece of shit. This man right here. And he starts a lot of this shit because he's getting paid by the city. And he's got his little cronies that also. He was also in DC. He went down to DC when Brandon was down there lying under oath. This is what they do. But he is the person that gets this stuff going. When it comes to the racial torturing and the wrongfully convicted, that's his grift, and the Palestine grift, and you gotta be careful. But y'all, as grassroots, have to start coming outside. Y'all gotta start coming outside, because you have to show them. You have to show them. You have to show City of Chicago. You have to show that you're not pleased with what's happening in Chicago. Y'all are taxpayers. Some of y'all are homeowners. I met a couple of people today that are in Beverly that are homeowners, young homeowners, family and grew up over there, understand what Beverly, the history of Beverly was, even the racial part of the history of Beverly. That's that's one thing that's so great about Chicago when it comes to being able to push segregation, right, in a healthy manner. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to have. There's a lot of things that, for instance, Italians. I love Italian food, regardless of how many black people think that they make the best spaghetti. They do, but I ain't met no black person kill chicken cacciatore yet. The Italians got that. You understand what I'm saying? Just like there's certain things that we cook that ain't nobody else gonna be able to cook. I don't care who it is. We just got it. That's the purpose of culture and us putting it together when it's time to put it together. But as far as people should always be happy for their even if it's on some shit that you guys may feel like Pulaski Day. There's a lot of black people that say Pulaski Day is a racial thing, right? But to the Polish, that's something. Pulaski was their man. Just like there's so many people that love Rainbow pushing Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson is a whole sellout. There's a lot of black Obama. Obama is one of the worst motherfuckers to ever do it. Him and his wife. When it comes to Michelle Harris is a true thug. She's a true thug, and y'all got her running the Eighth Ward. So you can't never get mad at the Polish fucking with Pulaski. You can't never get mad at the whites fucking with Daley Sr. You understand what I'm saying? We are the problem, right? And now you're allowing this indoctrination of the LGBTQ to come in and start telling you what you need to do with your kids. Them people that was down there today at that protest. Now, I'm really mad because I missed a Committee on Finance meeting today, and I missed the subcommittee meeting today to hear them lie. But also, I need to go to this today to really see that this is the crock of boo doo doo, right? So y'all are going to have to come outside. It was a lot of baby boomers that was there today. I'm shout out to the baby boomers. It was actually a lot of white baby boomers that came out today. They were in the library, but they all came or spoke to us or said something and said they were here. They also sent it to their friends. So they know that it's some BS out here. It's just, how do we do it? Because, and I think it's the protesting part. When we say protest, right? Our protest is not going to be a protest that these people are paying these people to do. You understand? We're protesting the BS. And how you protest the BS is showing up in numbers and bring like a picnic, like a family style, like a reunion. All right. We there for 2 hours, whatever it is, whatever the event is. Like that was from 10 to 12. And I also know why these people are paid. They leave exactly at the time that they're getting paid. They got a website where you can pay for these people. If I wanted to bring a whole bunch of Trump people out with me, we could pay for this. We could literally pay for people to wear a Trump shirt, Chicago fits red, all of these are actors. These are paid actors. And we can pay them and they will come and they will stand behind us. They will. But that makes no sense when they're not really for the movement. In order for us to change any of this, the real people have to come out. So June 14th, and shout out to Ramona, our operations manager. Shout out to Nicole. She was getting to get the information out there. But June 14th, which is President Trump's birthday, we are protesting. Chicago Fits Red is protesting Pritzker's home. And this is a perfect time for our allies all over the state of Illinois, if they're not going to, because there is a GOP picnic that day, but the ones who cannot get out there, or the ones who want to stop by, and because I used to do this when I used to get invited to a lot of events, and I know a lot of people, and whoever I was hanging out with, my homies, whatever, I would go to each of these places for at least 2 hours, 3 hours. You understand? Because at the end of the day, these are also the same people that support any of my comedy shows, anything that when I have my pop-up shops, when I came to Uncomfortable Truth Lifestyle, or just because they my peoples. So if you guys are going to the GOP picnic, try to stop at our protest as well. And our protest really is we're going to have a table. We're also going to have bring your folding chair, bring some cold drinks, and it could be non-alcoholic. Also, bring your family. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to make, because my thing is, we're protesting his home. You say so anybody that is supporting Pritzker and that's going to counter protest our home, they need to be looked at, and they're probably being paid. All these people that are coming out in droves like this are being paid. The only people that are probably not being paid are the people who just have TDS syndrome and because they have TDS syndrome, but it's getting bad now because, or DTS syndrome, whatever it's called, but they're starting to look stupid. They're starting to look stupid. Their arguments are not hitting the way that they need. They think that they're going to hit. They also still have not sent me a list of all the racist things that Donald Trump has done compared to Clinton, Obama, Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Robert Byrd, Lyndon B. Johnson. They have yet to show me anything. Even people skip what George Bush Jr. did. Like George Bush was a dummy, and said he said dumbest shit. Y'all don't even have a clip of him saying all that dumbass shit that he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pick and choose who y'all fuck with and who y'all don't. And then if anybody it's like I said, it's a cult. It's a cult, and that is the problem. That is the problem. But for Pride Month, parents and allies, y'all are going to have to come outside. Y'all gonna have to come outside. Y'all gonna have to start and saying y'all not with this shit. It's not even y'all don't have to yell. Y'all don't have to be angry. Y'all don't even have to do what them people did today. Them people literally start. I gotta go back to that because I need y'all to understand this is how they need that money. They need that money that the city's paying them to do that, to do this this dumbass stuff. So hold on, let's see. Let's see the share screen again. Let's see. Let's do this again. We out here with these people who believe in spending our tax dollar on drag bunches for the babies is the way to go with our tax dollar. Now, I ain't saying do what you do, but not with our children and not at public libraries. We can't even get the footage for us getting attacked at the library on King Drive, but they're gonna have baby drag brunches with our tax dollar here at the library in Beverly. No, absolutely not. We got to vote to get this stuff out of our libraries, out of our schools, out of our communities. Do this stuff on your own time. Do this at your house. Do this at your space. Don't bring this to the public. Don't bring that. No.
They want ages 0 to 5 years old. Ask yourself, why do they want your kids to be 0 to 5 years old? We know that the kids
weirdos. These are the gay weirdos.
We know that this is indoctrination.
Gay weirdos right here. This is not moderation. This is just retarded. Look at that. Hey. Now, you see that? She came first. This lady right here. This lady right here. This. She came and bothered us. She came and put her son in Danny's face. Now that, come on now. Hey, take your weird ass on. Take your weird ass on. Yeah, take your weird ass on. Take your weird ass on. Get out your head. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police. Y'all like having sex with children. These ones like having sex with children. Y'all like having sex with children. Y'all want to normalize pedophilia.
Y'all want to normalize pedophilia. Y'all want to normalize pedophilia. Y'all want to normalize pedophilia. Y'all want to normalize pedophilia.
Yeah, I need y'all to understand that, because that's real talk. Now look at this stuff. Look at the crazy stuff. All that.
I like fucking kids for a living, too. That's what y'all do. Y'all fuck kids. Y'all want to normalize pedophilia. Look at you got the little baby over there. A cult. It's a cult. Look at this cult. This cult.
It's a weird cult. It's a weird cult. It's a weird. This is the people who have never been like. This is a weird cult. This is trauma bomb. Like this is a bunch of undiagnosed people that have never undiagnosed group of people who have a vendetta against their family. They're probably kicking them out. They may have some beef because they've dealt with people making fun of them in school. These are like, instead of them shooting up the school, they coming to cause havoc into our kids. Like it's either a mass shooting or indoctrinate the kids. These are the indoctrinate the kids. These are these type of people.
A pedophilia cult. There's a pedophilia cult. There's a pedophilia cult. There's a pedophilia cult. There's a pedophilia. Look at all these pedophiles. All these pedophiles. Look at all these pedophiles. Pedophile cult.
And they all have the same, they're all taught to say the same chant. No, everything. That's why I know that CBA shit. That CBA shit is a cult too. They all have, and it's all these trans. They get these weird trans hooked up into this stuff, and they have them doing these weird things. I'm trying to tell you, it's sick, man. It's time. Yeah, y'all gonna have to boycott. I'm trying to help y'all out. Like y'all gonna have to start coming out. Y'all gonna have to start protesting. I'm boycotting anybody that's okay with this, and y'all know that this is not okay. Because anything like this should be 18 and up, which is okay with that, which is supposed to be, just like drinking, just like smoking. Drink is 21, but smoking, anything like that, it should be up there with that. It's getting crazy.
That's a pedophilia. Normalizing weirdos and you start fucking kids. Please.
Right there. She getting paid by probably about $300. She probably getting like $100 an hour. Understand? Look at this. She's smiling like she's sick. Weirdo. She's sick. I gotta get the part. Look at this part. Look what Danny coming in. This is it's so crazy to me. Man, come on. I gotta get some better service up here. But y'all just understand like how sick this is. Hold on, let me see.
Y'all embarrassing Chaz Bono. Y'all want to fuck children so bad. Meet and greet. Y'all the niggas right here.
They were like trying to push us.
You traffic predator. Meet and predator. Get out of here. Look at this. Get out of this place. Get out. Don't touch us. Don't touch us. Don't touch us.
Like they put us.
Don't touch us. Get away.
Like right here, we moved to they would not let us get by the door. Now, mind you, the library's not even open yet. And it's a public library, but they came to stop us from coming in. Now, mind you, our textile is a public library. And anytime we got close to the door, they would close us in like this.
Get that rainbow shit out of here. Get that shit. Get out. Look at this, I'm pedophile. Oh, you a big as hell. You fuck big kids. You fuck a lot of kids. All you do is fuck kids. You fuck kids too. You traffic kids. You traffic kids. I know you traffic kids. Look at you. That's all you. You turn like that because you been ugly. Look at you. Right. See you stuff. Right. That's you dumbass bitch. That's it. I'm definitely going in.
We're going in the bit.
I'm definitely going in.
We're going in the bit. We're going in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, officer.
Thank you.
Look at this.
Yeah, and I want to file one too.
There's no way I ain't
A
gonna
grown-ass
post
family. A grown-ass trans.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got footage.
Yeah, you ain't gonna. Yeah, we got footage too.
Yeah.
The whole time.
This is when they was trying to arrest us. This is when they was trying to.
y'all.
They
See, they
trying to
try
play
to
that
play the victim, y'all.
Yeah, that's how they do. That's what they do. Liberals
in
do
your
that.
face.
That's why they. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, this the last year for y'all to do this shit. Y'all not gonna do it no more. Yes, it's done. The Democratic Party is done. This gay weird shit is done. So yeah, y'all are done. Yeah, you can do all that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's over. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Officer, get that shit off my face.
You can't tell us stuff.
You can't. I could be right here.
See that? Look at that.
You're harassing us. You telling me I can't stand next to where I want to fucking stand?
You knocked me down.
Get the fuck out my fucking face, white bitch.
Wow, Jesus really loves you.
Yeah, he does. He loves me a lot. He loves me a lot.
This is total agitator. These are same niggas. She probably used to be the one who used to throw paint. She probably, remember back in the day with Peter, people used to come down when they used to have that fur on. Used to have them niggas come on. She probably threw plenty of paint. She probably got paid from Peter to throw paint on them fur coats and stuff. They didn't do too much in Chicago because they would have got shot. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love Chicago. Chicago is very special to me. But yeah, these are the type of people. You understand? These people getting paid to agitate their whole entire life. This is what all they know. These people ain't about wanting a solution. They're not about protecting our kids, protecting our communities, protecting our churches. And they're not for this. They're getting paid for this. And so they so used. This is a real. These people right here, these white people right here, these are real racists. These people are they wanted us to put our hands on them so they could play that victim shit, right? But with me, they so confused because I'm supposed to be out there with them, right? Protesting against us not being okay with this. But they're not seeing that the bigger issue is I don't care about drag story time. When you start putting labels and ages on certain things that should not be suitable for children is when anybody should be stepping in. I have nieces. I have a niece, she's 7 years old. My great niece, 7 years old. I have godchildren. My friends have kids. All my friends' kids is my kids. They're my kids too. Understand? So I don't play this game. I don't play this because at the end of the day, I don't want our children confused. There's a time and a place to do all of this. RuPaul don't even do shit like this. Everybody know RuPaul. RuPaul. Flame Monroe. Flame Monroe is she's a trans comedian. She talks about this. There's a time and a place for this stuff. And that's just like with anything. So it's not just being discriminating against homosexuals or heterosexuals too. Anybody doesn't want their child to see stuff that's not suitable for a child that's under 18 years old. That's just what it is. Back in the day, we used to watch rated R movies, right? And your mom lets you sneak and watch a little rated R movie, right? In certain parts, maybe sex part or whatever, what you do? Put her hands over your eyes. You understand? You still trying squiggly, trying to see what's going on, but you quite not understanding because it's real quick, and then it goes to the next plot or the next what's going on. So the next scene, or whatever. So yeah, so that's life. When I love one of my favorite movies is New Jack City. Everybody know I love New Jack City. I snuck and watched New Jack City when I was a child. And I was amazed. I thank God that I watched New Jack City. I feel like for myself, because there's a lot of lessons in that movie that I see now as an adult. But I snuck and watched that movie. Anything that I had fear when it came to my mom. When it came to certain things. Now I was reckless, but there were certain things that I just knew, like, nah, I ain't about to get. I ain't about to, hell no. When it comes to your parent, it's not that anymore. And they're in the schools, in the libraries, and in the government is basically telling you that we know what's best for your child than you. The experience that you have from your parents' experience that you have with your grandparents, your great grandparents, the history that you were told, the government and people like these people who have no self awareness of anything and are suffering from some type of mental illness, they're trying to tell you what's best for your children, and y'all are allowing this instead of starting to come out and protest. And when I say protest, it's just really the bodies. Y'all don't got to go off unless y'all want to go off. But it's really just come, and make it a spectator event. Like, look at these crazy liberals. It's like the liberals reverse to conservatives. It's like it's like delusional versus common sense. That's how you got to think about this when y'all go out to these protests. When I go out to these protests, when I decide I'm a protest against something, and it's really a spectator. Like, it's really like I feel like I'm Stephen Miller, right? And I'm just talking about how fucked up these people are in the name of the church, in the name of public servant, in the name of developer, in the name of libraries, in the name of the Pope. Like, we fucked up out here because we are not calling the shit out when it needs to be called out. So yeah, that's basically what it is. What else we got on here? What weird?
Get the fuck out my fucking face! Hey, officer, tell her to get out my face.
You know what I'm saying? Look at that.
If you are going in the event, move to that side.
Yes.
I am not going to tell you again.
Yes.
If you are going in the event, move to that side.
Now, mind you, the event is for ages 0 to 5. I seen two children went in there. All these people are adults, trans, majority of them, and they are being paid.
Yeah, I'm not going to the event. No, I'm going.
I'm going to tell you again.
Yeah. Officer!
Whoever you choose to sleep with, kids or things happen to them, and they try to bully the ones who are standing up and back down to Satan's devices, and it's just not going to happen. When I said yes to God, I told him yes to everything. He told me what was going to happen. He warned me, but he said, if you do my will, I will be with you. And I believe that. With everything, I believe that, and I trust him because he never left me with anything he had me to do. Not as something I did on my own. Anything that God mandated me to do, he never left me. He always provided everything that was needed to get his will accomplished, and I hold firm to that. All right. I know that the kids are very important because when you plant those seeds, I know how the devil operates. All he had to do was get a seed planted, and then he's going to make sure he's going to send demons to water those seeds and to say, hey, You could be a girl. You don't have to, because once those seeds are planted, like they tried to do, then it starts to be activating the kids' minds, and they don't even know why they feel like this. That's why kids say, "I'm 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, and I was attracted to the same sex." It's seeds being planted, you all. We're in the spiritual war. It's between good and evil, and the good is not talking. We're not loud enough, but the evil is gaining a lot of ground because they're coming together and they're talking and they're loud. And we just got to stop being lazy. We got to stop being fearful, and we got to stand up when we know it's right. And no matter what the cost is, we got to stand up, because we want our Savior, when we stand before him, we want him to say, "I was attracted to us." They're coming together. And
Yeah, so y'all can watch the rest. Y'all watch the rest. But yeah, so was the address for June 14th? I think they're trying to figure that out now. We're going to have a flyer ASAP. So by tomorrow, we're going to figure out, because he has 2 residents. So we're trying to figure out. But I did hear that Brandon Johnson lives in Beverly, so we should have stopped at his house and protested as well. So yeah, but economically, y'all gotta stop anything like the pride thing. Is it's gotten commercialized, it's oversaturated, and you're dealing with a whole bunch of pedophilias, and then you're dealing with a whole bunch of over sexual people who are having these sex changes that are not suited for them because it's only 2 genders. So I do feel like it's getting to the point that you guys honestly are going to have to come out, because it's okay for you. Majority of people, it's just like how there's real people to be like, yeah, like I only prefer, as a black person, I only prefer Latinos or white women. A white guy or white woman, I only prefer black guys or Hispanic guys. Whatever, like that's your opinion. You know, that's what you like. You know what I'm saying? You like what you like, can't have what you like. I love black women. I love black women. I love natural black women. That's what I like. Can't help what you like, right? So when it comes to this type of stuff, you guys are not okay with this, and you have every right to be not okay with it, because your tax dollars funding a lot of this stuff that you don't want. Like your tax dollar could be going to the to try to figure out why our property taxes keep going up, or why you think that $1.50 tax keeps, you think $1.50 grocery tax is going to work, or where is the forensic audit for? I'm pretty that immigration money that this current administration stole, and why is stuff going up? Let's talk about that budget that the state just passed. Like, these are things that y'all need to be talking about and be worried about, and say, I want my tax dollar to focus on that, not anything that's extracurricular. And extracurricular to me is pride events that at the end of the day, because they're Black Pride. We have Black Pride. I love Black Pride. Black Pride is the culture to me. And Black Pride don't get no help from the government and don't get no help from the city. And they do their own thing. They hustle. They put everything they got together and they do it. They have their private donors and stuff like that, but they don't depend on the city unless it's permits and stuff like that. And when you got permits, and when you aren't tying yourself into the government and making it a kid-friendly thing, and you're having people over there that's half naked or weird, that's not doing age-appropriate kid things, there's no family fun. Because like my thing is, we can have events that are LGBTQ family filled. You understand? And it can be fully clothed, and it can be like stuff when it comes to arts and crafts. When it comes to numbers game, when it comes to stuff like that, where you guys are pushing sexual stuff into stuff that you guys don't even know. Like, well, you like, it's weird. Like, why? Like, I'm LGBTQ, if I'm gonna have a LGBTQ event that's gonna be fun, family filled, I'm gonna have family filled events there, stuff like that that had nothing to do with who is this person, who is that person. Because we have a right to raise kids now. I love children and I want a child. However, I have to adapt to me maturing and wanting my child to get the same experience that I had as a child. So it really goes with your parenting and who and really parenting and you know right from wrong. You know you have a conscience. You know that your child let your child use their imagination. Imagination is the most powerful tool a child has. The imagination can make a child create something that no other person has thought of. You're not letting your child expand their mind. And you're not making sure your child mind at those ages are soaking up the very important things. My mother used to have me in all of her business meetings. My mom's a single mom. My mom used to have me in all of her business meetings. So I used to have my little notepad and write and act like I was in a business meeting and stuff like that. Now look at me. You see what I'm saying? Those things are very, very crucial. The fact that you guys had drag story time today, but you didn't offer any bilingual classes like you did in the last two that you guys are going to have in predominantly Hispanic areas. But when it comes to their parents in Beverly or in Edgewater or on the South Side somewhere, in order for them to get certain jobs, they got to be bilingual. So again, this is a grift. This is just to get more money from the city, and they need the bodies. They need the bodies so they can go back and tell whoever's working with the statistics and stuff. Oh, well, look, we had five drag story times, and we had a whole bunch of kids there and stuff like that. And look, the register thing was closed and stuff like that. So for next month, you guys gave us, I don't know, $3 million to do the story time. Now we're going to do it in every library, and now we're asking for $10 million, and that's our tax dollar, and it's going to continue to be out there because you guys are not getting into government. Y'all gotta do PTA, just like how PTA is with the schools. Y'all gotta do PTA in the schools and PTA in government. Y'all got to get that budget. Y'all need to start talking to your kids. If you don't have a dining room table, you need to have a dining room table. I'm very adamant about the dining room table. People be thinking I'm playing and stuff like that. Nah, you need a dining room table. I will not date anybody who don't have a dining room table. Why don't you have a dining room table? Everything should be happening at the dining room table. You should be having discussions with your kids at the dining room table. Okay, the phone should not be at the dining room table. Okay, it should be y'all, and y'all should. If y'all can't give each other at least an hour of time so you guys can unwind without social media, without your phone, with all that, and you guys really talk about what's going on with you, what's going on with school, what's going on with the community, what you guys don't like, what you guys feel like it. And parents, you guys have to listen. You guys have to be active. You guys cannot be defensive. You guys also cannot be competing with your kids. Okay? You are the parent, they are the child. That is the issue that we have in our communities. I was just telling Danielle earlier, I said we deal in our communities where I know a lot of women that are competing with their daughters. Okay, they're trying to get these young men when at the end of the day, they find for them. They find for who they are. You got men that's their age, is definitely, they can do the same thing, but you guys are competing with your children. You're also getting mad and going off at your child, calling them fast and stuff. You the same person. So you know what I'm saying? And then you're coddling your son, and your son needs to be a man. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's a total, it's bad. So I don't know if we need more parenting skills. We need to get our elders back out here, teaching etiquette classes and stuff like that. But we got enough people and enough people with college educations, enough people with common sense, and enough people that do have the love for their community and their family and their people, so that we can do this shit ourselves. We literally have everything we need to sustain our communities, and honestly start calling out the BS and then getting into these government. Citizens need to come together and bring a lawsuit against the state over the budget, and the state raising taxes, leaving citizens in burdensome debt that's not legal to the point where you cannot afford to leave. Real talk, like it's like all jokes aside, like it's getting to the point now. If you can't live off, that used to be the goal. Like, damn, I'm gonna give me a government job, got my little 6 figures, I got my little vacation, take care of my family. Oh, my girl got hurt, but my wife got hers too. So we bring in a combined of 300,000. Our kids are in school. We doing our vacations. Y'all not doing none of that, because we are literally letting these thieving ass politicians lie to y'all about keep raising the taxes while they're taking a pay raise. None of them, they making enough. They're making too much money for it to be a part-time job. They need to, the salaries need to be cut, honestly, because they're not doing the city council ain't doing enough. Why y'all don't even deserve not one? Y'all don't deserve a raise. Y'all don't deserve a raise at all. Y'all are literally stealing. And are trying to play the taxpayers. But it's going to continue to happen like this because, like Danielle says, it's the policies. And the policies are the problem for the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party do not want you to be self-sufficient. They want you to continue to victim shame. They want you to trauma bond. That situation that we dealt with earlier today down there, that was a whole bunch of lesbian rejects. Them are the trans rejects, the lesbian rejects, the gay rejects, the ally rejects, the racist liberal reject who have never been paid attention to. So they trauma bond. All of them trauma bond on top of getting paid to trauma bond. You see what I'm saying? Some of them look at it as a business. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people like, shit, y'all gonna give me $100,000 to dress up in a wig and stuff and talk to the kids. I'll be an entertainer. Hey, they don't care that it's a problem that they're about to read to a 3-4-year-old. They don't care about any of that. It's money to them, just like it's money to everybody else. So it doesn't matter about the LGBTQ. The shit is a grift. If you really down for your peoples, you would never agree to do no fuck shit like that. If you really are about the pride and what Pride Month really stands for when it comes to Harvey Milk and Stonewall riots and stuff like that, you wouldn't have been in there. You wouldn't have been out there today trying to protest that. You would have been on the side with us. Leave kids out of it. That's basically what people are saying. That's basically what everybody's saying. Leave kids out of it, and you guys are still trying to push a weird agenda because you guys are getting paid for it. For every child that you guys can convince to do this trans shit, you guys are getting a little money off the back end. That's the problem. And nobody's not calling it out. So y'all need to start boycotting Lori's, any hospital that's for that shit. The trans, anybody that's willing to do any type of trans surgeries before they turn 18, no. Anybody that's okay with trans surgeries before the person's 18, whoever is with Pritzker, all the Pritzker stuff like that, but anything that he funds, you guys should not You guys should be nowhere near. You guys should not put a dollar in it or anything like that. We guys should be a flooding target. Flooding target. Anybody that got that rainbow flag up, don't go to it. Intercontinental Hotel that's on Michigan Avenue. I hate seeing that rainbow flag. Why you got that rainbow flag up there? You need to take it down. Y'all need to stop going there. Anybody that's okay with this, well, I'll say this: that's okay with this trans agenda, and you're sponsoring things, and these people and these children are not 18 plus yet, or 21 plus, and has not had, because that's another thing too. I don't even know if these kids are still doing the psychiatric part. Back in the day, before you could even do a gender assignment surgery, you had to spend at least a year and a half to 2 years, well, actually minimum year to 2 years, to talk to a psychiatrist to make sure this is what you want, because this is a serious transformation. You're literally thinking that you are a gender. You think you're trapped in somebody else, another gender's body. And I'm not going to sit here and say that there are people who do not do. I'm not going to sit here and say that that's not true, because I don't know. But I do know that back in the day, it was it was steps to it. Okay, you had to do steps. Now it's just a person coming to you. Now I want to be a unicorn. All right, well, if you want to be a unicorn, little baby, then you're going to be a unicorn. Well, how old is the child? 6 years old. And I can't say anything, because if I say anything about my child wanting to be a unicorn, they may take my child. Like, what the fuck is we living in? We know from our own experience growing up, everything is confusing, but we grow out of it. These people want to nurture and confirm it. We wouldn't tell a child they can fly off a roof if they are Batman. Facts. They are taxing DoorDash because they have spent so much on legals. They want you to pay for their freebies. Yep. And I will tell you this too. People gonna have to start boycotting Uber and Lyft. Their charges are extremely too much, and the people who are riding for them, especially Uber, they say they're not seeing the money, and it's a problem. So y'all honestly need to start boycotting them too. And I think that they are LGBTQ friendly or whatever. And you see where follow the money. See if they're giving stuff to stuff that's under the age of 18. Anybody that's sponsor anything that's not 18 and over, you guys need to boycott until it gets some type of moderation. But honestly, I don't even think until everything needs to be 18 and plus. 18. I really say 21, because drinking and stuff like that. But 18 is the legal age in majority of the United States of America, and it's fair. And I said that's why people get mad and be like, oh, she's still gonna mess with, he or she waited until that person was 18 years old. They're still a pedophile. I mean, the legal age is 18. There was a lady, I'm telling you everything, but it was a lady I really liked. And I liked her at a young age. And she was a lot older than me. And she told me, wait until you turn 18. I was 15 when she told me that. She was 28. As soon as I hit 18, January 23rd, 2004, I think January 25th, 2004, I called. That person still got the same number to this day. And I told them, okay? So at the end of the day, I waited. I waited till I was 18. So like I said, I see things from different, at the end of the day, I was 18. I mean, I waited until she told me to wait till I was 18. 18, I still hit her up. So, it is what it is. but I was at a legal age at that time. I was legal. What the law is, that's what I was. So regardless of what anybody could try to say or would have tried to say, it doesn't matter if they found out, because I was of legal age. So that's why I'm very, very adamant on, you have to let people make their decisions once they turn 18. And that's the problem. Okay, let's say the age of consent in 17 is in 17 in Illinois. Well, where I was, that'd be 18. So yeah. So at the end of the day, if you guys cannot wait for the legal age and y'all are that thirsty and that, you a pedophile. You a real life weird pedophile, and none of our money should go to any of that. Any of these public facilities like the library or anything else that's getting public funds, even grants and stuff like that. With our tax dollar, if we do not support it, that's anything. If we don't support, there's a lot of things that you may not support. You're entitled to support that. And that's the thing people need to understand. There's a lot of people that don't support reparations. Now, I support reparations. I believe that we do need reparations. Now, there are some people that don't believe, people that don't need white, black, all that don't believe that we don't need reparations. But I feel like I have a valid argument why we do need reparations. However, I will take the economic resources that we are owed, just like y'all just gave these migrants. I'll take the migrant package. I want the migrant package. You made sure all these migrants had everything. I want the migrant package. I also want the COVID package, okay? Because y'all fucked a lot of people up with that COVID thing. And our kids need a COVID package too, separately, because they shouldn't be paying for no schooling right now. They should be wherever they want to go out in the world. We should be paying for that, because y'all ruined their high school their high school graduation, and their dances, their proms, their junior proms, their 8th grade proms, for y'all weird agenda, because y'all honestly just didn't want Trump back in office. So y'all made up this shit. So I'm just saying, y'all killed a lot of grandparents, pharmaceutical companies, the ventilators that everybody had to end up going on. What people really need to figure out what those ventilators, what corporation made them ventilators, because niggas need to sue the ventilators too. Everybody died. Every time somebody got on them ventilators, they died. The ventilator yeah. I mean, what was the ventilator? What was the ventilator? So yeah, like there's a lot, like at this point, American citizens are owed a lot of restitution, man, a lot of restitution. But our citizens of slave owe money, absolutely. We keep dealing with trauma from trauma. So yes, but it starts with, and I'll be honest, it starts with us, the Freedmen descendants, the Black Americans, to start demanding forensic audits for all this reparation study money. Because the reparationists and the study people have got paid to study shit that we already know. That's just a stalling tactic that the Democratic Party used to continue. The racist liberal use, and the racist Jew use to continue to keep the black vote. As long as we put some, okay, how about we'll reason with you? We'll give you guys $500,000 to $1 million to $2 million every year for a reparations study, just so we can keep the black vote, and just so we can say, oh, look, guys, another reparation. Oh, girl, they gonna get us our reparations this time. Yes, like for instance, the Tulsa mayor. The Tulsa mayor says that he's asking for $100 million in reparations for the race riots, right? You got 2 survivors. Now, the government has already admitted to 1919 Tulsa race riots being that the government intervened, the government is the cause of it, and they have yet to get their reparations. Now, they deserve their reparations. They literally are still alive. They in their hundreds. They're still alive and yet to get their reparation on that. But here comes the Tulsa mayor that says, fuck them two, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about this 100 million reparations that I'm willing to pilot. Because that's what it really was. But this $100 million reparation pilot, so that's gonna get the Tulsa people going. Ooh, girl, da da da. You got 2 Tulsa survivors. Reach out to Donald Trump, because that's how I feel. If you don't reach out to Donald Trump, or if you reach out to Donald Trump and Donald Trump says no to those 2 people, or he doesn't show awareness to those 2 people, then you got me. You got me with him saying he's racist. Because why you not settling? Why you not putting pressure on him to settle that case? But nobody's not telling about that. Just like when it comes to when it comes to Biden and the rest of them, Kamala Harris, Obama, they all could have made sure them 2 people got actually it was 4 people at that time. Those 4 survivors got their money, and they did not. Okay, Kamala Harris is a lawyer. Joe Biden is a lawyer. Donald Trump not even an attorney. You understand what I'm saying? You just got to bring I believe that I just feel like he got the wrong. Honestly, he need to get me around him too to give him some real stuff as well. But he don't have the right black people around for him to give him the Tulsa, Oklahoma file. Like these are the last 2. Okay, they already tell you racist, Trump. You can go ahead and offer them, get their reparations for them. It's just 2 of them, but I feel like they haven't told them that yet, and they don't want to tell them that yet because they want to keep this. He's a racist. He doesn't care about. He's only out for himself. I talked to one of my homies today. All my homies called me today from Atlanta. Shout out to my boy, and I'm telling him about this grooming stuff. What's going on? I'm like, man. Stay in the schools, man. He like, man, I got my 9-year-old, and she's saying like, they be asking certain things, and I be telling my girl like, I don't understand why, because I remember them saying that when we was in school, and I'm like, well, that's because y'all not getting involved in school. You understand? But when I'm telling him all this, he goes, man, because that nigga Trump don't got shit to do with this right here. Like, this is the problem. Trump don't got what? Trump? Well, no, he ain't gonna say, well, tell me. No, nigga, how you was about to get on this phone and blame that on Trump? How? No. The only person that's pushing this gay propaganda. This gay propaganda is the Democratic Party because they know that the group of black people and white people and Hispanics and all and Haitian, all the ones who Americanized America, and the millennials, some Gen X, few boomers, but basically millennials ain't going for that okie doke. They ain't going for that okie doke. Economically, it's not making sense. You're not gonna come to me and talk about racism, because interracial marriages here, dating outside your race is here. I've seen plenty of white girls go off on a racist parents about Jamal, and I've seen plenty of Jamals go off on they racist parents about Becky. We live in a whole new millennium. It's about, like Mr. Gregory said it best, am I safe with you and you safe with me? Are you make yourself lovable? And that's what that's what you need to do. We need to make ourselves lovable. We need to be safe with each other, and we need to get this nonsense out of our schools. We got to get this nonsense out of our jobs. We got to get this nonsense out of our social network. Because honestly, too, y'all really got to start looking at who y'all hang out with. Because a lot of these people are popular losers. You know what I'm saying? Just because they used to be the man back in high school. I mean, nigga, I'm approaching 40. Okay, some of y'all are approaching 50, middle 50s, going on 60, and y'all think y'all still gonna keep percolating until what? Like, nah, like, is that gonna be your legacy? Like, shit, like, shit. I used to. Man, like I used to be the percolate queen, the percolate king. Like, man, I used to percolate all the time. Like, what? Like, nah. Understand? Like people love Jesse White. Jesse White cool, but Jesse White. If you gonna talk to Jesse White about some real shit, like they stealing black people's property, or you can't make a phone call because they taking stuff for TIF money and stuff. This nigga will show you a 1980 commercial of him doing tumbles for Coca-Cola. This nigga right now at the age of like 82, 83 will get down on his knees in his office and do a tumble for you instead of calling up Pritzker saying, hey, man, I have a friend here I've known for a long time. My mother, she has given the Jesse White tumblers, plenty of laptops, all that stuff. My mother had the Ukrainians donate so many laptops to Jesse White and Jesse White's tumblers, and he could at least make one phone call to the same man that he loves to tell people that gave him his statue outside of the Jesse White his building out there on, was it Sedgwick or whatever road it is on there. It's nice, it's beautiful, the Jesse White thing, but it really ain't his. Just his. Again, they give us a symbol. He can't do shit for us. But because he was Secretary of State for a long time and he was part of the machine, because Jesse White also was head of them deeds down there. So he was stealing them deeds too back in the day. You understand? So we messed up. We've always sold each other out for $1. And yeah, now has he helped a lot of people who are tumblers? Absolutely. However, when we need the voice that we need, when it comes to the connections that they all should have, it shouldn't take no time for you to make a phone call for someone who made sure that you got all the laptops that you needed, that you asked for, because when you ask Pritzker for things, Pritzker ain't give you nothing. So I'm just saying, we have all this symbolism. All of it is symbolism, status. Ain't nobody about that life, and that's the problem. That's the problem. So we have to put an end to that, but that's because we all have to come together. So yeah, because the LGBTQ you're going to be dealing with, between the LGBTQ and the foreigners trying to take over America with this sick agenda. It's kind of crazy. Like I said earlier, the LGBTQIA community needs its own political group, one that's independently funded and supported by those who align with its agenda. The Democratic Party has become chaotic and unrecognizable, pushing policies that feel more like social experiments than real solutions. If mental health awareness is truly a priority, then let that be that focus, not ideological, that word, extremes that confuse and divide. It's time to walk away from the party and everything attracted to it. And that's how I feel. It got weird. The ideologies, is something wrong with them, because it's a personal, sick agenda. These people are the type of people who are sadistic and narcissistic. Like, these motherfuckers like to get, and I'm saying, like, I don't fetish shame, but these people have no soul, and because they have no soul, they do a lot of soulless stuff, even when it comes to sex and stuff like that. So they aren't in their right mind to be out here protesting for anything that's a good cause or anything that is when it comes to children or government, because these people right here, you would never leave your kid with any of those people that was out there today. Never. So they should have no say when it comes to anything when it comes to children. When you care more about symbolism and status and our history and what our ancestors truly thought for, especially considering the state we're in now, you could never speak for me, and I don't align with sheep. And there's a lot of sheep out here. But this is what I'm going to do for Pride, because I don't really, I'm not going to deal with it, and I feel like it needs to come to an end. Like Pride needs to, if you want to deal with Pride, cool, but it needs to be nothing from the city or your state government, your local government, even the federal government should be putting money into to Pride. And that's just what it is. I don't see no money coming from the city or the state for St. Patrick's Day, for Black History Month, for Juneteenth, for Martin Luther King Day, for Abraham Lincoln Day, for President's Day. I don't see any government giving, any local state government giving money to any of those holidays. So I don't understand why why these private companies on top of our government sponsor any of these type of events, special events, especially when we're in the hole the way that we are. No blue cities can afford to give out any money for any Pride events, Cinco de Mayo events, Puerto Rico, any events right now until we figure out until the money that we make comes back into the bank, which is the government. On top of that, we need to really take a year or 2 years to figure out how we can get our taxes down so it makes the cost of living in Chicago make sense. Like, that's the problem. People don't want to leave here, but we're being pushed out because none of the shit making sense. But y'all got money for the alternatives, and the alternatives is LGBTQ. You have money for affordable housing that's never happening. Where our displacement rate is to the moon right now, including LGBTQ, and we can't find no housing. So I don't know. But what I feel like is for this month, we're in the third day of June, Pride Month. Pride events and parades should not include content that is sexually explicit, indecent, or otherwise inappropriate for children. Any programming or public displays that expose minors to adult themes, regardless of the event, must be challenged and boycotted. I call for a full boycott of any sponsors, organizations, or public officials who support Pride events that fail to maintain clear 18-plus boundaries around sexual content, nudity, or other forms of adult entertainment. Children should never be introduced to conversations or performances that are not age appropriate in public settings. This is not about targeting any specific group. It's about protecting minors from exposure to sexualized content in any form or any events, just as we would object to similar displays at concerts or other festivals. We demand the same standards apply universally. Public spaces must prioritize the safety, innocence, and development needs of children. And yeah, you guys shut down Freedman. You guys had to the point that 3-6 Mafia couldn't perform anywhere. They had to wait until they won a Grammy and got 67 to perform Sipping on the Scissor and tear the club up. So when it comes to certain things, even with I think for a minute, Marilyn Manson, You know what I'm saying? So y'all pick and choose, but right now y'all, it's y'all letting y'all kids be involved with shit that y'all don't need to let your kids be involved in. So yeah. So honestly, it's time to push back. Just like how the LGBTQ gang is pushing back, just like the Hispanic KKK gang is pushing back, just like the racist Zionist Jews are pushing back, just like the scamming ones who are pushing this Palestine agenda situation is pushing back. It's real people that understand what's going on in Palestine and the Israel thing, and there's ones that are using that as a grift as well. It's time to push back on this this affordable housing racket that's going on. As far as it's time to push back when it comes to anybody supporting an agenda that does not align with you and majority of the people, which clearly it is when it comes to anything that's happening with sexual orientations at a school between certain ages. And you're not letting kids explore. Like I said today earlier in my interview, when my mother used to take me to the bookstore a lot when I was younger, right? So I used to go to Barnes and Noble and Borders all the time. Now I used to love going there because I'd be happy to get a little hot chocolate. Used to a little cafe, used to get my little hot chocolate. And then my mom would be there on her table and she'd be looking up different things and reading books and stuff like that. And I would be going to get my little books. But sometimes I would wander off in the exotica section. I found the exotica section myself. So I just feel like you gotta let your kids want. Their kids will figure it out. You guys, we don't need, especially people who we have no idea who they are. We have no rapport with them at all. We just know that they're the teacher or they are the person who is assigned to do a certain thing. And we may not be okay with it, especially when it comes to public funding. So keep that in mind. But I think that's it. Man, I was supposed to get off at 8:30. It's 9 o'clock. So that's that piece, y'all. Thank y'all. Please like, support, share. But yeah, I will not be participating in any sponsors or anything that's going to basically sexualize our children. And I advise y'all to do the same too. June 14th, we will be at Pritzker House, and July 3rd through the 6th, we will be down in D.C. for Save Our Republic and Freedmen Homecoming. And I really need y'all to come down for that. It's all hands on deck, but it will also be a family fun-oriented program. Bring the kids out too, because the kids need the information. The kids need the information that's neutral, and that's just what it is. If anybody wants to come and protest against the 14th Amendment, is crazy. If you want to protest against us, for us fighting for our 14th Amendment and fighting for our due process and our equal protection. Let them do it. But we there for the right things. And honestly, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they would They would be a fool to protest the Constitution for their symbolism and their fetishes. So yeah. So if you need more information, Zoe at ChicagoFlipsRed.com. Also info at ChicagoFlipsRed.com. There is a registration form that's on the X platform. And also we're taking contributions, donations, just to make sure we make it an epic event. I don't want to go to anybody. I want this to be grassroots, and I want them, and it's going to get done regardless. But I want to show these corporations and the government and everybody that's watching us that we could do it without y'all, and we also are going to be getting into this government, so this stuff will never happen to us again. So peace.